Hello, this is Ruth and this is Fay Hollow Homestead. Welcome. I am so happy to be out in the garden. It is the end of March and things still look super dead, but it's time to start getting everything cleaned out because the days are definitely getting warmer. It's about 74 degrees today. We're gonna have a lot of cold nights still, but I wanna get out here and get things done early. Normally I come out here once things start growing a little bit more before I take down all the dead stuff. But I wanna get out here a little bit early because we got another baby coming on the way and she is due the beginning of May. And so I gotta get as much of this done as I can. So yeah, today is gonna be just getting all the brush out and the dead stuff, doing some pruning, and seeing what's happening in spring in the garden. Got a little man out here helping me. So I definitely want to get all this tall brush out of the way, clean up some of the stuff that's some of the leaves a little bit that's growing. I did do some heavy pruning on this peach tree because it had just been shading out a bunch of things and the branches were a little too low lying that they would block off the pathways when they were laden with their fruit in the spring or in the summer. I haven't gotten to prune the mulberries and they are just going absolutely nuts, and so I'm gonna try to top them down a little bit. And last year I definitely went and cut back all of my caneberries, and so it's a little bit different looking in here this year. I got some good honeyberries popping up now though, since they've gotten some more sun. And I did trade out my dying pear tree, or it might have been a plum tree, over here for a medlar tree. So that's exciting. I've got a medlar tree right here. You can't hardly see it. And then a juneberry right there. And I think that them being the same size almost, it's going to make for a very easy growing situation for them. So I'm just going to be cleaning up. So even though it's still early, most of these tall branches that I'm taking down right now are old Monarda from last year, and I just kind of let them spread everywhere. And so you can see that there's a whole bunch growing up underneath of them already, which is kind of a big deal, right next to the hen mitt. And I just love spring. It's very exciting. Things are popping up already, and it's only March. Yeah. So to be very honest, I've been very neglectful of my food forest and my garden the last few years. When I was pregnant with my little one over there, I was very morning sick a lot, and then I was dealing with some anxiety over him because I had some miscarriages before that. And anyway, I just didn't get out into the garden a whole lot, and then when he was one, just didn't do a whole lot in the garden. I just really focused on motherhood. Gonna do the same thing this summer, but there are things, since she's going to be born later, that I can get done before she gets here. And the nesting urge in me is very strong, and that is hitting the garden as well. I knew that I was going to nest, and I was going to hit me hard in the spring, right before she came, because that's just what happens. And I'm trying to keep an eye on him, make sure he's doing okay. And I know that as I get farther along, it gets harder and harder to do stuff. And so I preemptively nested in the house during my entire second trimester, got crazy amount of things done so that I could focus as much as I could out in the garden now. And you know, you can see I'm just sitting. I'm not extending myself very, very hard, but I knew that gardening was going to be part of the nesting process for me. So I was very excited that she's going to be born in May, which means I have almost the whole spring to get everything ready for her. And then part of our homeschooling curriculum this year is going to be the kids really taking over in the garden. And if they want to continue with it later on, that's fine. If they don't want to, that's fine as well. But I really feel like it's an important skill to have. So they are going to focus one summer, spring, on the gardening aspect of life. And that's kind of be how I handle taking care of the garden this year while our last little one is a newborn. So, and little man 100% fell asleep. I mean, it is just crazy. Some of these fruit trees out here that I planted, I guess 6 years ago, maybe now. Might be 6, maybe 5. Time blurs. Anyway, their trunks are like the size of my calf. Some of them are like the size of my thigh, which is saying a lot because I'm pregnant right now. But it's just nuts that it's growing this much. And I'm definitely, if you've seen any of my other videos, definitely not a neat gardener. I like a little bit of chaos, and that is definitely happening. Has definitely happened over the last few years, especially since I've neglected things a little bit. But I do come in here every year and I add a lot of things. I definitely lose things, like underneath this apple tree over here. When I first started planting my food forest, I definitely had planted several cranberries under there, but the low-lying ones, they did not survive. I don't know when they hit their demise, but they are definitely not there now, and that's okay. It doesn't bother me. I will definitely try again with them, but I continuously plant more things, and thank God I've been documenting this, because so many things I look at and I go, I have no idea what this is. Where did this come from? I didn't remember doing this. So I end up just finding random plants everywhere, which is awesome. I figure as long as I just keep adding, no matter what, even if I lose things, it's okay. And it makes every year exciting because I don't know what's going to pop up. Because, you know, the first year that you plant things, they're definitely going to be not doing a whole lot. And so maybe even the second year, they're not going to do a whole lot. But then the third year, they just explode or something like that. So every year's an adventure in the food forest. And even the garden outside my house now is even an adventure, because I've been planting a lot of stuff there. And I know last year I definitely planted a ton of berry bushes because I knew that my little man loves berries. I mean, I've had a ton already in the garden, but I wanted more, and I wanted to really make sure that the entire summer was covered, as far as there would always be something fresh to eat for him out here. And with this little girl coming, I know that she's gonna want that too. So that's what we're doing. What a cool spider, guys. My almond trees are getting ready to blossom for the first time. It's very exciting. And the tulips are just gorgeous. So I've got 2 almond trees right next to each other, so hopefully they'll pollinate each other. We'll see. Okay, so I was really able to clear out this area and along my path here a little bit. I got out some really good stuff over there, cut back, pruned a little bit of the trees, pruned a bunch of the kiwi, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired. 3rd trimester, we're 35 weeks, and just looking at things makes me out of breath. So I consider what got done today a lot. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 piles, and about 3/4 of the Monarda and all the dead stuff from last year that's died back pulled out. So I feel like that's pretty good. And little man's still sleeping, but I need to get him in. I need to start getting dinner ready, and I think we did good. It's so encouraging to be out here in March, and the plum trees are blooming, and the peach, not the peach, sorry, yes, the peach and the pear and the almond and the blueberry bushes are looking fabulous. I mean, I've got hardwood on my blueberries this year, which is really, really exciting, which means we're probably going to get some blueberries. I need to get out here next time and definitely fertilize them. I've got some special acidic fertilizer for them. And I love seeing the tulips. The elderberry's got so much green on it. What else is doing its thing? Of course, the comfrey's coming up. The moonflower's coming up. The Monarda, the strawberries are doing really well. Last year, during the summer, I made a point to, once the strawberries were done doing their thing, I pulled a bunch of them up and replanted them, separated them a little bit so that we'd get even bigger influx of strawberries this year, because last spring, my little man wasn't so sure how he felt about strawberries, and we had a lot. He did love the raspberries and the blueberries. He loved the aronia berries. Go figure, right? And at the end, when I was getting the everbearing strawberries still, and that's it, he decided he loves strawberries. And so I wanted to make sure that we were going to have a lot of strawberries this spring, because there's nothing better than coming out to the garden and being able to just let your children roam and eat whatever they want. And that's the whole point of this. The whole point of the food forest and my garden, other than the herbs were for my husband and my kids, but mainly my husband was the one who inspired that. But the food forest, I just wanted a safe space for my kids to be able to come and eat anything that they wanted and have food all the time. And it's happening. It's happening. I can't put into words how gratifying it is, how satisfying, how wonderful it is, because I've been working on this for years. And now I've got I've got one little one. My older kids, a couple of whom are about to be teenagers, which is crazy. Next year, not this year, next year. But they come out here all the time, and they snack, and I hope it helps them fall in love with gardening, with nature, with outdoors, with natural food. I don't know. And it's a good outlet for me. I've got one bed back there that's got straw on it, but all my other raised beds we're going to be putting straw on and just dousing it with straw this year, because I don't want to have to weed. I'm going to be so busy. I don't want to have to weed. And I want my kids to be able to enjoy gardening the first time that they try it. So I want a lot of mulch on the ground so that they don't have to worry about weeding the entire time. And they can grow whatever they want. They're going to be able to pick out whatever they want to grow. And I hope it's good. I hope it works. I hope that they fall in love. I'm excited. I don't know if they're excited, but maybe they will be. And I'm noticing that my barrier for the beds is not quite a barrier anymore. It's starting to fall apart. So I think this year, you can hardly tell where it is. I think this year is going to be the year where I'm going to have to really just bite the bullet, and maybe my husband will help me. And edge it with something more permanent. And then maybe mulch these, because I don't like coming in here with a weed whacker. It would be really good to be able to mulch the pathways, and then that would just be one less thing that I would have to worry about. Make it easier and easier. That's the goal, right? Try to get things to work for you instead of against you. Look at these blueberries. They're doing so good. Can't even. There they are. Do you see the blueberries? Okay, anyways. Whew. We'll see how much we can get done, because this little girl, she's been giving me Braxton Hicks for almost the entire pregnancy. I'd say from the beginning of second trimester all the way to now. She has been preparing, which is cool because I've been preparing for her, and so we've been preparing together. But I've got a feeling, especially since I'm still nursing little man, I think she's going to come early. Hopefully not too early. And we're definitely going to be doing a home birth this time. Probably going to do a free birth, actually. That's what we're planning on. So if you guys want to know about that, what our plans are, what I've been doing to prepare for that, and now that I'm having my 5th child, I finally feel like I've kind of got a handle of it. But if you guys are interested in that, let me know. I might make a couple of videos of what that preparation process is looking like, but I'm going to continue to keep this pretty much garden stuff. So I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the beautiful weather, and God bless. Oh, and so exciting. In the last couple of years when I've been kind of chilling out from this a little bit, I've gotten enough subscribers that I was able to monetize my channel, which that was never even the goal, but here we are. And I've made like $100 in 2 years. So it's not like a lot, but it helps. A little bit here and there helps. And so if you'd subscribe and like the video, that would help me a lot. And if you like something about this, go ahead and share it. That would be really awesome. But it's really nice to be able to do something you love, like share gardening with people, and get paid for it too, even though it's just a little bit. But anyway, if you could, that'd be great. Thank you so much. Have a great day and stay blessed.